City of Barrie, that you should be very familiar with, is currently exploring the possibility of putting a living wage into place for municipal employees. When you contrast that with the fact that the Ford government recently canceled a basic income pilot in several Ontario municipalities, we seem to have a difference of opinion in terms of how to go forward. Should the federal government mandate either one of those models across Canada to help people out of difficult living situations?
At this point in time, the Conservative government does not have a part of our platform to mandate that living wage, so we will not be looking at that yet. But if something comes forward, we're always willing to look at it. It is a tough situation. We want to make sure people are getting by. We're going to try and help them a little bit. At this point in time, our platform does not have that in there.
Look, I've heard it over and over again that this is the first generation that will not do as well as their parents' generation did. There's something wrong with that. As an activist working with the Fight for 15, I was able to work with a team that brought 1.7 million workers in this province a $14 minimum wage. And it was Doug Ford's government that rolled that back. They did not allow that $15 minimum wage to come through. The NDP's platform is to put in a $15 minimum wage for federal regulated workplaces, and they will move to a living wage. It's the right thing to do. The living wage here in Barrie is about $18, and I think that's a good first step that the City Council is doing to take a look at whether or not it is feasible.
I agree with you on that. We also have the $15 minimum wage in the federal employees, but I have to question both Doug and Brian on how do tax cuts and tax rebates and tax incentives for sports help people in poverty? It does not help. If you're not getting by, if you can't put food on the table, a tax rebate and a tax cut that comes later on does not accomplish that. The other thing that was mentioned before is carbon tax as a problem. The carbon fee and dividend program helps people at the bottom to get more money. Anybody in the bottom half of people making money do better with a carbon fee and dividend. Everyone pays their carbon tax and it's spread out dividend with everyone, and those at the bottom get more money. What you should have done was give them a check first so they realize they're getting more money. You're screwing up the carbon tax. We got to sell this.
And Marty, to address one of your concerns that you just raised, there's a difference between a tax credit and a tax benefit or a benefit. And we look at the universal tax credit that the Conservatives are continuing talking about. It actually puts more money into the hands of someone who makes $500,000 versus someone who makes $50,000. Doug, can you help me understand how that works?
Well, it's simple math. The person who makes a lot more money pays a lot more taxes, so they get a bit more rate on that more back.
But when we're talking about affordability for people that are living in poverty, or people that are struggling or living paycheck to paycheck, that doesn't help them out. Those tax cuts don't help them out.
It's all very complicated. The People's Party is going to keep it very simple. We're going to reduce taxes for everybody. We're going to reduce consumer costs for everybody. That's going to allow people to afford more. We're going to stimulate the economy to create more jobs. And when there's more people employed, there's competition among employers to find labor. And then they have to raise wages.
How are you going to stimulate the economy?
By eliminating the capital gains tax, and creating investment, and opening Canada to trade. And that opening Canada to more trade is also going to create more competition, and it's going to create foreign investment.
Free trade or fair trade?
It's better than the Green Party's policy. Which is what? What's your policy to
The green
the economy? You just want to destroy the economy over the next 10 years.
No, we're the only chance to go forward with a bigger economy. A bigger green economy.
Carbon in the atmosphere.
No, we're trying to get it out of the atmosphere. Trying to get it out of the atmosphere. There is a bigger green economy just waiting for us. All we have to do is let it go. Stop giving billions of dollars to the oil company and let the green economy take off. That's the next step. That's our only way forward.
We don't have to let the green economy take off. The green economy is taking off.
It's right.
Private companies are investing billions of dollars.
Yes.
There's hundreds of thousands of electric cars hitting the streets.
Let's have
We
millions.
just need to get out of the way.
Yes,
Those private companies.
I agree. I agree.
Not give them a lot of strange little tax breaks and subsidies and incentives. They're already doing it. The government has no role in that.
Well, one thing is for sure, we do need to transition to a green economy, and we need to support green innovation in our country. But while we do that, we need to make sure that we're addressing issues around systemic racism, issues around inequality and reconciliation. That must be part of the plan. We can't have a climate plan that does not look at the big picture of what's happening in our society and look to address those issues. Also on the balancing the budget, we've heard this from previous governments that have been in power before. What ends up happening is exactly what's happening in the province of Ontario. Things get cut, people get hurt. These are
The,
backwards ideas.
the debt on our budget is costing every Ontario family, just paying off the interest, $6,000 a year. You could buy a second car for that. It could even be an electric car.
Or we can raise revenue by taxing the rich.
Thank you very much, candidate.
Hey, thanks for watching. Click below for more content. #GreenPartyMarty. Send in your comments, like it, share with your friends. We need everybody to know that we can win in this riding. We are listening to you.